Well, I suppose we can't go back to back to the material realm, don't yet, so we're gonna have to figure something out for you. Because we are useless without magic.
He says, "Give me the sword."
I could hand you guys a bow.
The
That
sword?
way, he says, "You have the ring and the wand, and then I have the sword. That way, we each have a little bit of something."
Indeed. I take it off my back and toss it to him.
I like how you just trust your clone completely.
Well, yeah, I do have the thoughts of evil clone in the back, running through the back of my mind, but this is Lecker. He's not a fucking. He's not raised around TV and shit.
He takes the sword and he says, "Now that I think about it, though, what is the plan here? I don't know what our thought process was, but am I going into battle with you?"
That's a general plan, but I was also thinking that. Well, I was struggling with the whole time loop thing, and I thought, well, two heads better than one, kind of thing. I don't know. That's what old man used to say, at least. So, but yeah, and if we can get you at least casting magic, then that's the both of us versus, well, with everyone else versus the Mothman, so it increases our power twice over.
Shudders at the word moth.
He says, "I feel like we've more split our power in two. This is kind of a predicament." And he hands the sword back to you and he says, "Let's see if we can figure something else out."
Possibly, yeah. Gale.
He says, "Can we not go back to the material plane whenever we want?"
We do.
Huh.
I think we have the door. Also, I'm going to offer him... Actually, I'm curious if the anti-magic zone would send him out of existence. That's interesting. Think of
do not! This is another case of my undead creatures. Do not activate
Work so hard, and then you fuck it for him. Don't.
Okay,
do not!
I kidded you on that Adidas. Just...
Also, doesn't Alesia have it now?
Yeah, that's the thing. I never said I could. She has one of them.
We
But
put the glove in the catapult.
I really hope you're sustained by your own magic. God damn. I don't want to lose you like those white. Gale. Would we be able to borrow the door for a second?
I go in, walk in, pick up the door, and slam it into both of you.
Just fucking throw it.
WWE.
Now,
Give him the sword.
Hold on there a minute now. Would you guys be able to get back easily? Because you probably have to go through that weird limbo dimension again.
Ukel says, "That's what I was going to say. I think we'd have to get past those."
So you'd have to ensure that the both of you could both get back through again and not get killed.
That is true.
Why are they going back anyway?
I have read of another...
A wand?
I have read of another way, but I don't know if it's possible. I mean...
I'm just gonna offer up the bow. I have a bow.
You have a bow. What does the bow do?
It shoots things.
Actually,
it helps you shoot. Legitimately, it's probably better than nothing.
Gale, you're a plane traveler, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
You can travel through planes and go grab the wands, right?
Yeah, how do I know which one suits you?
Just,
Just bring a shit ton back.
I wonder if the Blossom Lady has a bunch of money.
I wonder if the Blossom Lady might have a wand.
Well, possibly.
Don't see why you don't try asking first.
I'm gonna regret this. Or we could try something a bit extreme.
You're gonna regret that.
I'd reach down to my
Whoa. I'm down.
my bag.
Okay.
Let's try this out first. I pass him the pale wand.
Which one is this?
Lifeweaver.
He says,
Like he crosses his fingers and hopes not.
How many fucking ones do you have?
Just two.
I was supposed to have a second one, but the GM didn't let me get one.
Why are you getting so many ones?
I have.
Ukal says, I mean, I'm sure I could get it to do something, but it's not exactly a perfect fit.
True. Well, let's review our options and see what we can do from here.
I wonder if I offer him my key if he can use that.
He says, so no one here has any other wands besides these ones, and he points to the one you're holding, the one he's holding.
As far as I'm aware.
I don't think I use mine because I can just channel my shit through music.
Yeah.
Here's a good question. Do you have my memory?
He says, of course I do.
Well, then, why do you ask me?
He says, well, wasn't that the whole point, so we can go back and forth?
Oh. True.
He says, I knew you didn't have the answer, but I was thinking we could ask around any of the other people.
Right. Two heads are better than one. Let's ask around.
I'm gonna offer you Kel my wand. Well, key. I highly doubt he can use it, but might as well see.
The key?
You know for a fact he couldn't use it.
Never mind then. My key is...
Unless you were going to induct him into the channelers, but you don't know how that would exactly...
Oh god, a Leku channeler, no.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go try and find someone to talk to about wands.
Oh, you know where we are.
Alright, so
I'm gonna try and find the
walks
boss
back
maybe.
into the throne room accompanied by a second Leku.
My eyes bulge and my jaw drops. What?
Making the clock.
I didn't see Yertle. Oh, it's so good.
And Dante now has Adidas.
Where might the Blossom Lady be? Isn't she in charge? Oh, actually, I'd walk over to Elliot. Sir King. That's how you announce you to you, right? Elliot?
Cheeki Breeky is Domka.
He says, let's not go throwing around your highnesses just yet.
Okay. So would you
that was weird halfway between Elliot's voice and the Leku voice. Yeah. I don't know what that was. Elliot's doing a Leku impression.
With the grading.
Elliot mimics your voice.
Would you be able to, since you're king, would you be able to ask around to see if anyone would have some wands?
He kind of looks around, he looks up at the centaur guy and he says, do you have a wand? And the guy shakes his head and he says, well, shit.
Centaur, where would the Blossom Lady be? Actually, better question, what is your name so I don't call you Centaur? Apologies.
He says, to be referred to as Centaur by anyone other than a child of Earth would be death.
He's not from Earth, actually. He's from Mars. Get him.
Get him!
Alright, the guy takes his big old spear.
Decapitate.
He says, my name is Alan.
Alan?
Alan.
Yeah, did you just say his name was Alan?
Alan the Centaur.
Oh, Alan.
It sounds like he says Alan though.
Like
Well,
Tim Allen?
There you go.
I'm gonna roll a quick perception to see if I caught that. Oh no, 8. I meant to take off advantage. So
his name
Alan,
is totally Alan.
Alan then?
He says Alan.
Alun? Okay.
Alon.
Alon. Oh. Apologies, I'm not the best with names.
You can see his free fist is like tightening in anger, but he's chill.
I'm cool. I'm fresh.
Sorry. Would you know where the Blossom Lady is, Alon?
He says she's somewhere here.
What of the army? Do you have any magic casters in your midst?
He shakes his head.
Right.
He says anyone capable of spellcraft was killed long ago.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Wonderful. That brings hope to us all.
Bad day to be a wizard.
We're wizards, buddy.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna go check.
Oh,
with,
shit!
Oh fuck, we gotta get out of here, man!
I'm gonna go check with Mr. Prophecy.
Every time I scroll back up to the balcony, it just gets more cluttered.
Yeah, out of the Gopnik radio.
Hey, guys.
Hey, welcome to the crew.
Welcome to the crew.
What can we do for you?
Julian, do you know where the Blossom Lady is?
Hey, you want a little favor? I don't know.
You don't know either.
Who's the new kid?
Well, I'd say shouldn't take much to realize he's my clone. Literal replica of my soul. I think it's actually split in half, actually, now that I think about it. I'm not quite sure.
The other Leku says, I'm not quite sure either.
Which one's the real Leku, though?
Well, we're both real, but he's the original.
You're okay with that?
Hey, at least you know which one's from the original.
Wow.
No, that was out of character. I'm joking.
Wow.
I'm joking. Leku wouldn't say that because he doesn't understand the whole concept of fucking every duplication thing in media these days.
I mean, why?
Why what?
Why go through all the trouble to make another you?
He says, 2 heads are better than 1.
Well, yeah, and we're going up against the Mothman, so I thought if I could create undead, I could create maybe undead me, but not undead me? Because, well, I offered to everyone else after I failed the first time. No one else wanted it.
What are you gonna do after this, new Leku? You're just gonna go run about? As, you know, just chill out? Like, are you here forever?
And he says,
Are you just like a new person we know now?
I haven't really thought about it.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be too bad having 2 necromancers running around the world. Well, 2 necromancers.
He says, I mean, we've never ever survived before, so I hadn't really thought about it as a possibility, but...
Yeah, that too.
He says, if for some reason both of us make it out of this alive, I don't know what I'll do.
Hey, you have the same goal as me, right?
To be a necromancer?
Says, well, obviously.
Well then, we can go prove that necromancy doesn't have to be evil together. I said that out loud, didn't I?
Can we, like, call him something other than Lecker?
I suppose. I didn't really think this through much.
He says, well, but, I mean, Leku is my name.
It would be odd changing your name all of a sudden.
He says, and I don't want to be called Leku 2 or anything like that.
I was just about to say.
That would be uncomfortable.
I look around a bit, and what do I have on me? Yeah. I walk up and part his hair the other way.
Just pulls a comb out of your pocket and just...
No, I give him like a fucking pomp.
That's very comfortable looking. I'm glad it's not me. That's gonna be weird.
You'll think about these things before you do it, Lecker.
Well,
Both of you.
I did, but
It being a thought doesn't count as thinking about it.
Well, we're going to need as much power as possible, and I'm pretty powerful.
So 2 confused Leckers is better than 1 Lecker.
Well...
He says, well, we're not both confused.
Which one of you is not confused?
I point at him.
He looks confused and looks at you.
That one.
Yeah, that got him. Well,
So wait, did you just want his hair the other way, or did you give him like a new haircut?
No, I just part it. I don't cut it.
Okay.
Is it possible I might have given you a bit more of half of my intelligence as well? I don't feel as smart.
That's a new situation. You just basically created a brother in a second.
Guess I suppose that kind of works. I was honestly thinking of an undead me, but yeah, turns out better than I thought.
This whole time I've been just like staring up and down, like from them, and at the Blossom Lady, just shaking my head, like.
And she looks very confused at the 2 Leckers.
Like
yes,
as I
cloned himself.
I stare in the corner of my eye and go, "Oh, there you are."
Yeah, he cloned himself, Miss. Is that allowed? It's weird.
Now.
Blossom Lady! Leku cloned himself!
Make him stop!
He's in trouble now, right?
It's my turn on the Xbox now, right?
Leku says he gets 2 turns on the Xbox because there's 2 of him.
Hey. Bet you haven't seen this one before.
She just looks for a good second. She says, well, this has never happened before.
Speaking of never happened before, by chance, do you carry extra wands?
She kind of looks down for a second. She says, no, I don't think we do.
Well, material realm it seems.
She says, our time is growing short. The Mothman gets stronger every single day that we don't attack.
That is true.
Yeah, we need to make this happen, fellas.
She says, we've delayed long enough.
Like 4 months too long. We should have busted him while he was weak 4 months ago.
Well, I mean, we were weak 4 months ago.
Speak for yourself. I'm 1 arm less than I was 4 months ago. Think about it.
You're 1 arm less, but you're 1 arm more with your mage hand.
What? I feel nothing from this hand, how dare you? I get attacked by phantom pain, you've triggered me. Congratulations, you've triggered a Vietnam flashback.
Well, I pass him. Like, didn't he pass me back the sword?
He did pass it back to you.
Yeah, I give it back to him, and
Why don't you just use components or something?
I pass him the ring as well.
He says, no, that's not... I don't...
Well, I mean, if you're unable to cast magic, then it's not going to be, like, you're just going to be in the background. And I know
he says, that's why I'm saying it might be a good idea for me to wait here.
I don't know.
Can I throw my wand at him?
Just hits him in the back of the head.
He says, listen, this is, as I understand it, going to this castle isn't going to be the showdown with the Mothman.
Not yet.
No, we're gonna go steal a key, and by key it's probably another person, because apparently humans are keys now.
He says, maybe, but what if I stayed here until we got this key and then I accompanied you?
Well,
that might give us more time.
You could, yeah. Actually, now that I think about it,
if you are a direct clone,
what
why can't you just use his wand?
Back to the material realm. If we send you back to the material realm, you could try and A, get yourself a wand, and B, like, get more stuff. Or, I don't know, maybe you could get the crystal ball from the divination teacher.
He says, but wouldn't I have to fight through all those people in the fountain place by myself?
Well,
and if you get caught like that, would you snitch on everyone if you were tortured? Think about it.
Leku turns to you and says,
What if we gave him a broom so he could just fly over them?
And not to mention, you're able to cast I'm able to cast invisibility.
Have I ever heard the Blossom Lady's name? Like, has anyone ever...
She hasn't said what her name is. It's on the token, but like you guys don't know.
Yeah, I drop down from my mecha and walk over to her.
My mecha.
Okay, try and get her attention.
So you wanted to get the Blossom Lady's attention?
Yeah. Jumping up and down.
She turns to look at you.
Who are the people between here and the other realms? Are dressed all in white, wore weird gloves? They seem to want out of there.
She says, in the Netherlands?
Well, I assume that's what's cultural.
She says, similarly named, they're called the Nethermen.
She says, they could be a powerful ally.
She shakes her head. She says, they've been thoroughly cursed. They can't leave the place between places.
I mean, when we were there with the door, they seemed to really want it.
She says, they have been employed by, the Mothman.
Ah. Well, there goes my idea.
She says, when we march on Thizron, we will leave the door behind. That cannot be allowed to fall into his grasp.
Yeah, that'd be bad. That'd be bad.
She says, if it wasn't the only way for you to leave, I'd have it destroyed immediately. But
we would have other ways to leave eventually, right?
She says,
dimension ladders?
There are planar gates, but almost always to the Feywild have been cut off.
What if they're cut on when we deal with this stuff?
She says, it's a problem for another time, but that door is your really only way out of here.
Yeah, we'll hide it somewhere.
Bury it. X marks the spot.
Yeah. Hawks the spot.
She says, something he wants so desperately he could find no matter where we put it.
So he knows he's here with us right now.
She nods. She says, this is where we stand right now is the hardest place for him to get to. It's in sort of the heart of summer, so to speak. He has very little power here, but as the seasons change, he could very well attack.
Well,
Then we need to get our asses in gear, people.
I'll go back in my mecha. I am ready to fight.
She nods. She says, if you're all ready, we can march today.
It's a good day to kill them all.
Could we wait one more day?
Today is a good day to die.
Like, at least, would we be able to do one more dawn?
For what
Wait,
reason?
actually, the march won't be over a singular day, would it? No.
I'm very fast.
She
Well,
says
yeah.
it would take time to get there, yes.
Okay, well, I'm fine with starting a march now, I suppose.
What about Lekula? That's his name, because he's cooler. Get it? Lekul.
That hurts me. Hurts me a lot.
Like, would you like being called the cooler?
Like I would find it uncomfortable.
He just says, I would find that uncomfortable.
I'll call you Leku then.
He nods. He says, thank you.
Just point to the one you're talking to. We'll figure something out later.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, can I use components? Like, can't we just grab some, like, little razzle dazzle off the ground?
I don't know.
I read it in a book at school. I don't really understand it. You're smart, you'll figure it out. One of you will.
We need a wand to cast magic, except for when we don't.
Yeah, just get your wand and cut it in half. Double wand.
Cut it in half.
Well, it seems like this clone of me is a different person, so my wand doesn't work with him.
Miss, how are wands made?
So they're sort of made by just like a wooden base, and then a magical component is kind of placed within it.
What counts as a magical component?
A variety of things. People, like wizard bigwigs, are kind of like testing like what else can be made into a wand.
Run outside very quickly. Check this out. I'm gonna grab a branch from outside, or a stick, and just like snap it off. Just...
Yeah.
No. Better stop.
You hear a dryad somewhere wince, but
I am sorry. And then I hold out my hand expectantly at the Blossom Lady.
she looks at you for a second, kind of unsure what you want, and then she reaches up to her head and she plucks out like a singular hair of like these like strangely fixed together pink cherry blossoms.
Smile as I lick it and slap it onto the stick.
Bard ingenuity.
And then
Add
sellotape
finest.
it. So, a little
Alright.
sellotape. And then I hand it to Leku.
He like kind of touches it with 2 fingers and like holds it like an arm's length away from him.
Give it a swish and flick.
He says, I don't know if I feel comfortable using this.
Would you rather use nothing and not be able to cast
says-
anything?
When we were trying out wands at the beginning of the school year, the other ones had some undesired effects. I don't want to
grew
do anything.
grass.
He says, I don't want to do anything on accident. I'd rather do nothing.
I take one step back. and then gesture towards him.
Roll an Arcana check.
Actually, he'll make an Arcana check.
Ooh.
I tell everyone to get. I go over and cast Tiny Hut around us. Magic.
Like who gets back as well? 21.
Oh crap! I gotta freaking find the thing for that again. I didn't think anyone was gonna try to use the wand.
I love this.
I just created the most powerful artifact in the game, boys.
A Feywild stick. Duct taped.
That's
cherry blossom
That's
flowers.
Archfey nectar right there, boy. If Archfey ain't gonna do it, nothing will.
Leku, I'll feel kind of mean doing it. Can you roll percentile dice?
There you go.
Bob's spectacular muscles will save us.
All this from a singular spell.
All of a sudden, Yertle starts growing a beard.
I run my chin nodding. It's the one.
That's one.
No, it's the one. Perfect. We're ready.
I don't think that was a desired effect.
How is that not a desired effect?
Yeah, how is that not desirable?
Well, I mean, I don't think... I look at the other Leku and go, I don't think that's something I'd try to cast.
I scoff, walk up and snatch the wand off him. I take the petal off, and I walk back up to the Blossom Lady and hand it back to her. Ungrateful.
As you take it off, there's suddenly this, like, ripping sound.
Yeah, that's the tape.
Like the sound, like the sound of the tape being ripped off, except it's like 10 times louder than it should be.
I stand there looking as if I should not have done that.
And as you rip the hair off of the stick,
Oh, I should not have done that.
both items become really, really hot. And you kind of let go of them as soon as they start to hurt. So you don't take any damage, but as you do, they start smoking on the ground.
Whoa.
I drop to my knees as if I have just done something completely terrible.
Does it explode?
It'd be funny if it did, but it does not, no.
Because for a minute there, you might have accidentally stumbled upon a magical grenade.
You just simultaneously created a magical item and then destroyed it.
I kind of grab at the legs of the Blossom Lady. I'm just like, I'm so sorry.
She says, "It's fine. It's fine."
It's gone.
She kind of bends down and kind of puts 2 arms on you, and she says, "It's okay. Calm down."
But you don't have much blossom left.
And she actually casts Calm Emotions on you, Julian.
I just slump to the floor and lay there.
Yeah.
Satisfied
And nothing
smile
matters
on my
anymore.
face.
It's just like totally zen. Just like...
I kind of get up,
Everything's
dust
great.
myself off, walk back over and wrap my arm around Miriam. Just... You go next time,
You
Leku.
really like that drawing you did, don't you?
Where's yours? I don't see you have a mecha.
You don't have a mecha.
So are you guys gonna go, March?
Yeah, we'll probably actually fucking go.
Are you taking, Ukel?
That's a good question.
That's up to
Kinda
him.
wanna
He is
see-
a human being. He has his own will.
Okay.
He can do whatever he wants.
He decides his own fate then.
He is a real boy. I go and grab one of the spears though. They're magic. I can't use them, but I want one.
Alright, you go grab a magic spear.
Hell yeah. I grab 2.
Alright, you grab 2 magic spears. They're in an X on your back.
They like drag and get caught and everything as I walk, but you know.
There's also a suit of armor.
I get in it.
You cannot move.
You could wear like the helmet, maybe.
I wear the helmet and the
Alright.
boots.
The boots are a little big. It's kind of clunky to walk
Okay,
around.
the helmet.
Alright, you wear the helmet.
me.
It's also like kind of big on you, but it's cool.
Yeah.
It's like a child wearing like a big hat.
I'm not gonna get any head wounds, that's for sure. And I put like the black face paint under my eyes.
Ukel will say, I want to go and help you, but don't think I'll be very useful without a wand.
Then use the katana.
He says, I wouldn't want to inhibit Leku Prime.
Ah, don't call him. Ah.
That's an interesting way of saying it, but I would like you to at least consider trying, like, take your time to try and find a wand, I'd say.
We call him the remix.
Because if we can get another me in the battle, that would be helpful. Not saying that anyone else isn't. Basically trying to say if we had multiple of us, maybe we had a greater chance at, like, winning. I did offer everyone else a clone, but no one seemed to take up on it.
From inside the helmet, all you hear is, "Shut up and clock in! We're going!"
What?
We're ready to go, let's walk! I start walking, like with the scraping of the spears on the ground as I walk.
Jillian, you don't know where we're going.
You don't know where I'm going.
Where are you going?
To the front door.
Alright, we're after.
Alright, as you guys sort of head out the gates to meet your army, we'll go and end the 20th session of Spellbound.
Oh, hot dog in the morning.
Oh. Swear.
Swear on me, mum.
I swear on my mum. Oh. I hope Leku number 2.
Oh, 20th
makes
anniversary. It's real. Oh my god, he's there. Get that kid out of here.
Who's there?
No.
What the fuck is up with that Mr. Krabs art?
I love it. I think it's like drawn on the game.
Yeah, he is.
Oh my god. Someone spent a while doing some cool shit, damn. Ah.
He was cute, but needed to go.
Need to be purged.
Here, I'm gonna delete that and go make a fancy double Leku.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna do some art of that as well, just like 2 Lekus staring at each other.
Too many cooks.
Too many cooks.
Should have made double Julian, then that would have been interesting.
It would be awkward and not nice.
There would be chaos on the streets. But it would be funny RP, come on.
We would
You
both
have to admit,
die.
the interactions between Miriam
Do
and
it for the RP.
Like, just the interactions between Miriam and the 2 Julians would be fucking hilarious.
God.
She wouldn't know what to do.
How do you tell your little sister that she now has 2 big brothers? You can't do that to someone.
You don't. You just appear up as 2 people.
And how would we decide who gets Miriam? It's impossible. You can't do it. It's impossible.
That's why I'd find it funny. It's just like...
Unless you clone Miriam's as well, but like, who gets what Miriam and who gets who what? No. These are things we shouldn't have to consider in life. Yeah, we step away.
I should have got rid of the wand because he does not have one.
Alright, just exit, cross it out.